Hugh, I'm sorry, but you kind of have no choice this week.
Got no choice. It's all right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean
You're
to do
right.
that to
You're
you.
right. No, you guys did it last week. It's only fair I do it this week.
Yeah, well, yeah, just kind of do your thing, and Steve will act as the customer.
Yeah, just one more thing before we do that. So we're going to go for the Zoom, but one bit of feedback that's come back from Minesh and some other consultants is that not everybody necessarily wants to be taken to a Zoom. So I'm going to get Hugh to take me to the Zoom, but the second part of it is that let's say that I'm in an area where I don't have a laptop or there's something like that. The second part of this is if you can't get your customer to a Zoom, get them to a phone call with me. Get me to call them. So Hugh, let's push through for the Zoom. We'll get to that. We'll tick that off. And then I'm going to then go from there, and then I'm going to reject you on the Zoom, and you're going to then find a way to get me onto a call.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
All right, no worries. All right, ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, is this Steve?
Yes, it is, mate. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. How's the morning been?
Good, mate. Legs are killing. Just been out for a run. What's happening?
Oh, it's good. It's probably one of the only things we can really do these days, so it's good to get out and about.
100%.
I'm just calling up Hugh Godard's my name from Property Guru Pro. Just calling in regards to an inquiry that's come across my desk this morning in regards to, I guess, looking to optimise on these current grants and looking to invest in your future in property.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't know when I'll put that in, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, so it's come to my attention via, I guess, online or on Facebook that you've made an inquiry, and I guess what we specialise in is guiding someone like yourself, through the process of getting yourself, either whether it's a first-home buyers, an investor, or a second, third home. Which one do you sort of fit in at the moment?
Mate, owned a couple of houses before, living in Melbourne at the moment. So yeah, just trying to work out way up between established and a new property.
Nice. So whereabouts in Melbourne are you currently, Steve?
So I'm in Altham at the moment.
Nice. So I guess for yourself, you mentioned obviously you may want to look into that sort of new space. Would you looking around that Altham way if you were going to purchase a new house and land?
Yeah, mate. Kids are up here. They're at school, so they're sort of seeing them week on, week off, how to split with the missus. And we're sort of just trying to, as I said, keep within that 30K radius. Really just trying to keep that drive time down.
Well, first of all, I'm really sorry to hear about the split with the missus. It's never easy, mate, and yeah, I can imagine it'd be very hard times, but I'm sure you'd be glad to have your kids back at school, so you can obviously have a bit more time yourself to obviously look what's next. But yeah, I guess for us, we're here for you, mate, and that's so what we specialise in is allowing clients full access to brokers. We have a vast majority of builders out there that, at the end of the day, we want to find something that's best for you. So we will really specialise a package that will allow you to find exactly what you would like, and we're a full turnkey service. So no hidden costs, all up front, as it is what it is. So yeah, so I'm pretty much really keen to hear more about what you're looking for.
Yeah. Does it cost for your service?
No, it doesn't. So there's no added cost. So for us, we package everything up together to ensure that you're getting the best price for yourself. So at the end of the day, we want what's best for our client. We've all had really bad experiences, everyone that works here, so we want to make sure at the end of the day that we no one else ever has those experiences. So yeah, so I guess from here, would you be looking at that sort of, obviously, in investing, or would you be something to move into? Or
yeah, definitely something to move into. Yeah. Needs
something to move into. Nice.
Yeah,
So
minimum
I guess
minimum
from
3
there,
bedrooms.
Awesome. And yeah, minimum 3 bedrooms, no worries. And obviously, you sound like you've obviously made but it seems like obviously you know what you're doing. So I guess for us, we just want to help guide you that next step, you mentioned you hadn't done a new project as yet, so that's what we really specialise in. So in terms of the house itself, obviously you're looking for that 3-bedroom. Is there sort of anything else in particular within the house?
No, not really, man. Just a couple of living areas. Just happy to get back into the market.
Yeah, awesome, mate. And I haven't touched on yet, mate, but in terms of your work, are you currently working? Obviously, they're pretty tough times at the moment. Just confirming you're still working.
Man, I'm a truckie, so on the road right now.
Awesome. Well, honk the horn for me, mate. I look forward to being able to work out something for you. But but yeah, mate, that's great. So in terms of obviously on the road full time, are you sort of roughly what kind of an income are you sort of bringing in at the moment?
We're on about 80, 90 a year. Yeah.
Yep. No worries. All right. Well, there's definitely some opportunities there for you, mate. And what I'd love to be able to do, with your permission, so as I mentioned earlier, we have access to free brokers. Lyle is one of our best that we've been working with currently, and he's really just there to really guide you and help you through the process of obviously understanding situation, because I guess above all else, there's so many people out there that don't really understand their borrowing capacities and just want, really be, I guess, their hand to be held and understand what's going on. So with your permission, I'd love to send your number to him for him to give you a call. And then from there, what we can do based on your circumstance and interest, I'd love to, Steve Mack, one of our director property experts, has been in the industry for 20, 30 years and understands especially that sort of area that you're looking currently more than anyone. So I'd love to be able to jump on a Zoom call with you and him and really just I guess explain further what we can do for you, because I'm conscious of your time today. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I'd really love to jump on the call with you.
Yeah, sure, mate. Sounds good. You? Yep, that's fine.
So in terms of that, like, are you available, say, this afternoon or tomorrow sometime? What sort of works for you?
Normally getting home really late, so maybe 9, 10 o'clock.
Well, that works with us if that's okay with you. So let's say at 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, perfect, man. Good.
No worries. Well, I've got your email address in front of me, so I'll email the Zoom link and CC Steve, and I can't wait to speak to you tonight.
Perfect. Good job. So I'll stop you there. We'll go on to the next bit now, and then we'll give some feedback. So go for the "Am I available tonight?" kind of thing now.
Hey, Steve. So I guess what we'd love to do next is obviously look into that Zoom. So you available tonight?
You just asked me about it before, but no, mate. I probably don't get home till 11, 12 o'clock.
Oh, that's okay. I completely understand, mate. You're a hard worker, man. I love that. Would there be a better time to maybe, if you don't want to Zoom, are you available for a call, maybe on a lunch break or something tomorrow?
Yeah, that's fine, mate. I'm in this bloody truck all day, so yeah, that'd be much easier.
Easy. Well, let's work on that. Well, what I can do is I can obviously, we don't want you on a Zoom while you're driving, mate. That's not safe. So I'll give you a call tomorrow, and I'll get Steve to jump in on the call, and we can just explain it further from what I have today, and give you some more explanations on that.
Perfect. Excellent. Yep, done. Locked in.
Sweet.
Cool. Fantastic. Good job. So let's give me a little clap. Before I give my feedback, we'll just hear from the guys here, just a couple of just quick bits of feedback for Hugh, what you liked about it, and what you may have done differently.
Just quickly, Steve is only 40, so let's not say 20, 30 years because he wasn't 10 when he started. Just letting you know, maybe just say like over 10 years. So
Yeah.
super realistic.
20. That's good.
That's all. I like the rest. I think you're really good, by the way.
Done.
All right. Blair, any feedback?
Thank you.
Got to unmute.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's just, I think I would just go straight to the points of what he wants and what he needs in a home, because I don't think I heard you ask how many bedrooms, if the kids come to him on the weekend, do they need backyard, and just walk, like I said, I say the same thing every week, but walk them through the home from the front door to the back.
Yeah.
Get them to visualize.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that's,
awesome.
Yeah, it's good. And it's difficult when they agree to going on a Zoom and then all of a sudden they're like, no, I didn't, or I didn't even say that, or so that's difficult. So good job.
Right, thanks. I like it.
Cool. All right, Dee.
Firstly, it's really good call, and it is when you actually started and getting, like, introducing yourself, and then onwards you actually within 5 minutes booking him for the Mina and Lal, and booking him for the Zoom or the phone call of the communication with Steve. It's really good, because ultimately you prove that, or he understood that he's little bit interested in what we are doing, and he's happy to listen to us and what we have to offer him, sort of. So yeah, it was really good.
Thank you.
Perfect. Paul.
Yeah, I think overall, the communication was good. It flowed well. I think, just maybe sort of painting that sort of picture that edifying the other sort of company a little bit more. That they're going to be, from conversation to keys, they've got no stress, no worries, no extra fees, which you touched on with the other full turnkey, which was great. But yeah, well done, mate.
Thanks, mate.
You can see why you're getting so much success.
Thank you.
One more, I'll get Cassie, and then I've got 2 questions for you, then I'll give my feedback. Cassie, sorry, you're on mute. Did you have any feedback?
No, Hugh, I thought that was really good, and I love the way you kept saying about you, like, give me permission, or let's find something to suit you. And I think you kept pushing it back to the client because it would make them feel more comfortable, because you're doing it based around them and their needs. So I think, and you touched on that a few times, which was really nice, and that's what builds a trust. And at the end you said with your permission, and just saying we give you full access. So you made us sound really good, which we are. So the way that you built us up, saying we have you can get full access to our awesome finance specialist, you talked on the broker, so you just built us up and the credibility really well.
Perfect. So the 2 questions for you, Hugh, then I'll give you mine. My first question is, do you know where Altham is?
See, that's probably a better, obviously, understanding where we are.
Okay, so with that one there, you agreed, but he's living and looking to buy near Altham. So you could say, mate, don't really know where that is. It's okay to be honest. Quickly look it up and say, is that in the northwest or south? So, because that could have been a talking point. And you're like, damn, my mate lives just down the road. Or I don't, because it could be in the middle of the bush near King Lake. Yeah. So probably if you don't know something there, that's okay. Second one is I'm on a good income, but how much deposit did I have?
Well, that was going to be more on the basis of our conversation with Lyle today. Like that's why it's been great talking to him, because I'm getting more of an understanding of, say, if someone's on 100K, what they can potentially borrow. Obviously understanding the assets and liabilities, but
probably
we can't.
With that though, you still don't want to get onto Lyle and find that he's only got $1,000 in the bank. So just you did really well there. So, and it's the idea is to give you feedback. It's not just for you. It's this feedback's for everybody. But it's so the main things I need to know is the income and the deposit. That'll then determine the time frame. If it's $1,000 in the bank, fantastic. You're on a really good income. Let's put together a savings plan. If it's 100K and that and they've got 20, 30 grand, they're ready to go now. So which is good. So that's just 2 bits for you. Now my feedback is that the most important thing that what Hugh's doing really well is he's authentic. I actually enjoyed the conversation with him, and yes, he may not have touched on everything, but he's likable. So at least he's getting me to the Zoom, and yes, he might come up with we might find some holes in it when we get to the Zoom, but at least we're up to the next stage. Sometimes you don't want to, as much as I'm telling you to qualify, you don't want to overqualify, because you may make an objection in your head, like, he's only got $1,000, but you don't realize that his partner's got 30 grand in the bank and she can help out. So as much as I say I want you to ask all the questions, I do need you to leave it a little bit open so that when I jump on the Zoom, I can do a discovery with them as well. So overall, really, really fantastic, mate. Good conversation. The second thing was that not everybody, as I said, wants to take it to Zoom. So if you can get them to connect, give me their number, like what we did with Vinay yesterday, and I'll try and call the clients myself and then see if I can have the further conversation with them. So I don't need everybody to come to a Zoom, but I need them to be open to a phone call. Now that I'm freeing up my time, I can help you make some of those calls. So Hugh, obviously, mate, you're getting better and better every week, and I see that when we do the Zooms anyway. It'd be interesting in 4 weeks when we do the role play again, how that conversation goes. So this is a learning ground. Even I'm learning from you guys, and I've been doing it for 20, 30 years now, apparently. So it's a long time, but don't make me too old. I don't want to be 50. So.
No, I think on that, Steve, for me, like, I feel like I'm sort of like, as you said from the beginning, like everyone's their own salesperson. Like everyone's got their different sort of way they go about it. And I feel like it's actually been interesting, like the amount of people I've actually been able to convince to change their opinions and like go with different builds just from being like authentic and actually being real with them. And like, yes, I remember last week, obviously we wanted to like shorten it a bit, but some people that I feel that if I give them more time that I'll be able to convince them otherwise. And I feel like I didn't have the computer in front of me, so I would have been touching on the income and the deposit and stuff a bit more if I was, but I feel like that's been something that if everyone can really, you know, like if everyone just really being able to read a person, like if it seems like they're in a rush and you want to just get to the point and then get the Zoom, but if there's someone that's really seems lost and you really want to guide them, like that can really help them get to that next point. But that's just something I picked up within the week.
Perfect. I'm going to give you guys one more bit of feedback with that as well, and I'll get you in a sec, D. I see your hand up. So what I want you guys to try today, and this is an extension to everybody, when you do your phone calls, I want you to make them from a different spot. So if Sonny was here, he makes them always from behind his desk. I want you to go outside and make some calls. Hugh, I want you to sit in a cafe and do it like in a different position. So Hugh's kind of almost like on a permanent holiday at the moment. So he's kind of relaxed, you know what I mean? So he's really chilled out. Sometimes it's better not to have all your tools in front of you because then you can just get down to it and have a conversation. Dee, I know you work in certain times because of your son and the laptop. You don't need the laptop. The laptop, yes, is there to take some notes, but write down 5 clients and go outside and say, hey, I'm just on my walk. Some of my best connections is when I'm walking by the beach. So try and change your environment. Then that will change how happy you feel. And then the customer will pick up that and say, hey, I'm going to walk too. And they're like, aren't you having COVID all this free time? So change your environment when you make the calls and watch and give me some feedback if that makes a difference for you. And also try and stand up when you do your calls because your energy comes through stronger. Change your tonality. So speak louder, listen more. And remember before you make your call to totally focus on the customer because it's about them and smile when you make your call. So if you smile before you make your call, it's definitely going to make a difference. So they're just a couple of 1%ers, but that's the difference between getting them on a Zoom and them saying, no, maybe I don't like you. Maybe I won't. So that's it. Dee, you had your hand up. Sorry, did you have something else?
Just wanted to ask Hugh if he had, because when we do the role plays here with you or any of the our colleagues, it's totally different to what we actually talk to the customers. Did you have anyone that has a little bit denial initially for the Zoom calls and then you convert them into the Zoom?
Yeah, good question. Yeah, I had one gentleman who he was just about to sign a contract with Carlisle Homes, and yeah, so pretty much what I did for him, like I just went through based on the knowledge that I actually knew about Carlisle on the basis that they're not full turnkey, most of their things like this hidden cost. Because he was one that I was sort of alluding to before, how he didn't really know what he was doing. He sort of just wanted to get the home buyers grant. And I just really convinced him that we're here for them, and we want to make sure that at the end of the day we're getting the best price, best package, whatever we can for them, and even just giving him a second opinion. And that sort of brought him around to be like, oh yeah, like I think at the end of the day, if I get a second opinion, what's half an hour at the Zoom out of my day if it ends up saving me 10, 15 grand and getting a better house? So yeah. I think it was just like more bringing back to that. And Sonny obviously made a good point as well. I think it was during the week about, you know, the COVID and all that kind of stuff. And that actually resonated with me as well. And I felt that helped me a lot in terms of still being like, oh, we've actually been able to help a lot of people in that situation. Have you at least got 15, 20 minutes to jump on a Zoom so we can explain how we can do that for you and provide our services?
Yeah, okay, that's great.
And just off the back of that as well, like I know that if someone called me, I wouldn't like to be asked what I had in the bank or how much income I earn in the first call. So, and that's just me, but that will be a lot of people. So if you feel like the call needs to be made just with you and that client, just play it by ear and do that. Or if Steve needs to be the one to ask that question. So yeah, awesome. Thanks guys. That was really well done, Hugh. And thanks for doing it on the spot.
Excellent job.
Well done.